everybody. Welcome into Talking Fitchburg on this Tuesday, August 3rd, 2021. I'm Jeremy Crosby. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Glad you're tuning in with us with the Tuesday night of Talking Fitchburg. On the eve of the big candidate meetup here, we've got the Fitchburg Police Finalists, the Meet the Candidate event. That's going to happen right after this 6 o'clock show. If you're watching at 10 or the next day, well, you get it. It's going to happen here. And we'll have the replay for you here on Fact TV as soon as we can get it posted. So that'll be following here. We'll get you the details on that coming up. We are going to, we said we were going to talk about recreation today. We're going to pass on that and hopefully get CC booked a little bit later this week here on Talking Fitchburg. But we are going to bring back a couple of our favorite interviews from last month. We're going to talk about the ballroom basics for balance. That was a piece we played earlier last month. And we're going to check in with the city administrator, the new city administrator, Chad Brecklin. Break it down so you get to know him. We'll have both of those pieces coming up here for today. So a little bit of a change, but hey, we're going to rock it still with this Talking Fitchburg. All right, let's get to the headlines. And that Fitchburg Police Chief Finalists Meet the Candidate event. It's going to be happening at 6:30 tonight. So if you're watching this at 6 p.m. tonight, you're seeing here that you can come out and meet and greet the candidates. Starts at 6:30 at the IUPAT Training Center. That's located at 5375 King James Way. If you can't make it out, don't worry. We're going to have you covered right here on Fact TV. That's right. You can watch this live on Fact TV tonight. Check out this at our two channels. We'll be broadcasting on here on the Com channel and on the Gov channel. So tune in at 6:30. That's when our coverage begins. And we'll have all of the reactions there from the candidates for police chief. All right, a couple of events coming up in Fitchburg. Jazz at 5, a new event here coming to Fitchburg. We're so excited about this, and we're going to be actually sharing this interview coming up real soon. Jazz at 5, a summer staple of Madison music scene, is now coming to McKee Farms Park for the 2021 season. And they have some of the region's best jazz performers free Wednesday nights, August 11th through September 8th. Performances begin with the youth group at 4:30, followed by the headliner from 5 and 6:45. Outside food is welcome, so picnic or get some takeout from your favorite restaurants. Yeah, they'll have food carts and beverages available. So stop on by 5 to 8 p.m. Wednesdays at McKee Farms Park. It's a lot of fun. It's going to be great. Little bonus concerts, or performances down at the park, which is awesome. All right, the pig roast at the Fitchburg Farmers Market is coming up as well. Check this out. Barbecue lovers, that's me and Andrew, rejoice and enjoy delicious barbecue sandwiches, coleslaw, baked beans, and chips. Cold beverages available for $10 pre-order, or for that's $10 for pre-order, or $12 the day of the event. Carry in or dine in. Carry out, dine in, whatever the case may be. And of course, you can get all your market favorites as well. So what a better way? Get your dinner, get your veggies, get your soaps, and you'll be good to go. Andrew loves that goat soap. 2021 Agora Art Fair is coming back here this year after taking a break due to COVID. Over 100 artists, Wisconsin artists, will return to showcase at the 13th annual Agora Art Fair, set in the stunning Agora. So come on out for this one. They've got everything. They've got painting, ceramics, jewelry, photography, glass, metals, woodworking, mixed media, fiber, and sculpture. It's going to be a lot of fun. And of course, they have kids stuff as well. Saturday, August 21st, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. right there on Agora. Free admission and plenty of parking here in the city. All right, finally, I want to give you a COVID-19 update. This came from yesterday's update for the state, and we're still seeing the numbers increase. The best way to protect yourself and your community is to get vaccinated. If you have symptoms or are close contact with somebody with COVID-19, it's still encouraged that you get tested, even if you've been vaccinated. So check that out for sure. Here's the case update. 797 new confirmed cases. We were seeing in the single or double digits, not triple digits. 100 new probable cases and 1 new death reported. And I wanted to point out the attention to the activities via counties. We're up to now 57 in the high range, 15 in the medium, and no county is in the low right now. So just to put it in perspective, here in Wisconsin, we've got to be careful. This Delta variant is definitely out there, and it's spreading quickly. So continue to do what you can, mask up, social distance, wash your hands, good hygiene, and we'll get through this one day at a time. All right, that does it for our headlines. Coming up next, we open up the digest. We're going to take you out to some ballroom dancing that helps you work on your balance. We'll break that down for you next right here on Talking Fitchburg.
It takes all of us to slow the spread of the coronavirus, so follow guidance from authorities where you live and stay home unless absolutely necessary. Use a delivery service for essential items like food and medicine. If you must make essential trips, stay 6 feet apart from other people. Wear a cloth face covering and wash your hands for at least 20 seconds as often as possible. Visit Coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
Gaining weight was easy. All I had to do was sit down and eat. Losing weight's a lot harder. I have to work at it every day. But with every step, I lower my risk for type 2 diabetes and heart disease. And that makes every step, every choice, every day very much worth the effort.
Learn how you can help stop diabetes by losing weight, eating healthy, and staying active. Visit checkupamerica.org or call 1-800-DIABETES.
Hey, boss. Okay.
Said I'm fine.
Me to bed, see you in the morning. With the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it. And we lost it. In my head, in my head, in my head. We were underlay in my head.
Hey, son.
Hey, Bob.
You know you can talk to me.
Yeah.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us.
Ready!
That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu. And especially this year, no one has time to get sick. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. In the digest of today, we're talking about ballroom dancing, not ballroom blitz. I've had that since we brought this in today. I've been singing that in my head all day. Ballroom blitz. All right, now, ballroom basics for balance. Yes, combined dance to improve your balance, to prevent falls. Yeah, that's what this is all about. Take a look.
Step. We're going to start slow for now.
Kiss me, Kate.
We are here to have fun, dancing as a way to improve balance. Ballroom Basics for Balance is a class we've been teaching since 2014. Indoors until last year. We did some virtual classes all year long, which ended up being way more successful than we had thought they would be. And last summer, we did a couple of here and there dancing out in parks to see if people would join us and get outside safely, and they did. We taught through masks, which tested our stamina. This year we get to come back and keep the ball rolling, keep people moving until the fall comes, and we think we'll have a combination of things, virtual, outdoor. As you can see from my t-shirt, this is why we're here. The keys to better balance are things that are present in many activities that are naturally improve your balance. So, for example, dancing naturally has all of these elements. Lower leg strengthening, moving in a variety of directions, challenging both our brain and our body, which we call dual tasking. Not multitasking, dual tasking. Multitasking bad, dual tasking good. We also challenge what we call static balance, which is balance when you're still, like maybe being on one leg for a moment, or dynamic balance, which is moving balance, which with dance is kind of an obvious thing. So dance has it all naturally in it. Also, it's fun, and there is a little bit of indication that doing things that are fun are more successful. Well, we advertise this class to anybody who wants to come. Anybody who feels like they could improve their balance a little bit, they want to see what their balance is like, and maybe people who've had a fall and want to prevent another fall. We're all going to lose our balance at some point, and we do, and everybody of many ages does fall. However, we do end up seeing mostly people who are older adults, retirement age folks, and a little bit older. So this is who generally benefits, because these are the folks who are finding themselves a little bit at a loss and needing a little bit more to bump up their balance and feel safe and confident when they're moving. If you're just losing your balance, especially when you're doing everyday activities, if you're feeling a little off, those are generally the signs. If a lot of people will notice, hey, getting up out of this chair never used to be a challenge, or I'm a little nervous doing an activity. One of the things we do in this class is we survey people before and after about their comfort doing certain everyday tasks to see if it improves after the class. So, are you comfortable reaching up high? Are you comfortable going up on your toes or reaching over or turning around or just walking in your everyday spaces? Or are you a little nervous? Those are some of the beginning signs that maybe your body is giving you the sign that, hey, I'm not feeling very safe and I could use a little bit of change. I am a physical therapist, and I was working with a gentleman in a nursing facility with a gait belt around his middle, and we were walking back and forth and practicing, and he was bored and I was bored, and he just couldn't wait to get out of there, and I wasn't really having any fun, and I thought, we are dancing right now, we should just put on some music and this would be way better for both of us. So that's the short story of how it started. I also remember what it was like to be a student, sitting in class, reading about doing things, just dying to get out there to try it. So I invited a bunch of physical therapy and occupational therapy assistant, and other students to join us. And since the very beginning, they've been a big part of our class. And they get to learn, and we have an intergenerational experience at the same time. It's in our mission statement, fun. It's actually there because it really works better when people are doing something that it's interesting to them and not just sort of repeating an exercise over and over. That's not really a natural thing to do. This class today is sponsored by the Madison Senior Center, and we have various sponsors around Madison and Dane County. We have classes that happen in different parts of the state. We've had a lot of great feedback. The relationships, the fun, the intergenerational connections with the students and the participants, learning from one another, and also just the getting out of your house. A lot of people are feeling stuck and isolated now, especially. And in the past, people have said it gave them a reason to get up and get moving. We measure balance, so we can see if people are getting better at balance. One thing that is interesting that people do get out of it, we measure cognitive health and people's fear and confidence in activities. So it seems that there is an improvement, at least anecdotally, that people get more confident. They become more aware. That's another thing we hear over and over about how they move and the things that keep them safe. They get relationships with the students, they get relationships with one another. Many have taken the class several times and know each other now. And they get out of the house, a break from isolation. And so that's why we're really excited to be back in person for the first time today. What we need more than anything else right now is more people to teach this class. We do teach you how. We support you all along the way. We even help you start a class if that's something you need help with. So please, if you know anybody who you think would be interested, or you yourself are interested, we have a training coming up this fall, and it's a great training, we have to say. So come join us. More people want to do this class. You can do it in your neighborhood where you live, and we'd love for you to join us.
All right, there you have it. That's a great course. Get yourself signed up for that and work on balance. That's a fun way to do it instead of just like the exercise or going to class. Like that is the way to do it. Just saying. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Coming up next, we open up our guest segment. We're going to check in with our new city administrator, Chad Brecklin. That's next right here on Talking Fitchburg.
You could be spreading the coronavirus without realizing you have it. So follow guidance from authorities where you live and do your part. It's important to limit in-person interaction with anyone outside of your immediate household, but phone and video chat are safe ways to connect. It's also important to limit any social gathering. This advice applies to people of any age, including teens and younger adults. Visit Coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
Our hearts are made stronger by how we treat others.
Put her there.
The light you share can impact those around you, but so can the darkness.
Later, twerps.
Did Pete saying mean things bother you?
So when you reach out to another person, take a moment to consider how they will feel and let your heart be the key to making a difference. Because of you, someone's entire day, year, or even life can change.
In every heart, there's hope.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu.
We don't have time for delays.
We don't have time for spills.
Next.
We don't have time for setbacks. Let's be real.
Getting the flu shot
helps you fight the flu.
Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me in studio for the first in studio since COVID-19 began, a familiar face, a new position, my friend Chad Brecklin. Chad, welcome into Talking Fitchburg in the new getup.
Yes.
We're gonna pick. It's gonna be a while to pick on you about that. Chad, congratulations again on the position of city administrator. And thank you for taking the time out.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me, and it's great to be back in person after a year and a half nearly of not being in person and doing our Zoom interviews and those sorts of things. And I should definitely give some kudos to you and your staff for keeping the machine moving here in Fact TV during the pandemic. Much like any other department, we all had to make adjustments on the fly and venture into things that we didn't know were quite possible. And you guys did an outstanding job, not only keeping, things like Talking Fitchburg and the content on the local access channels flowing, but really taking the lead on city meetings and making sure that open government was still available to our community. So thank you to you and your staff. I'd be neglecting a very important part of my role in this new position if I didn't acknowledge that. So thank you very much.
You're gonna make me blush.
Well, it's the least I can do, I guess, today. It'll match your shirt and your pink mug there if you blush.
Oh, famous pink mug. Mm-hmm. No, I appreciate that. It's all of the city. It's been what a great team we have here, and everybody working together is what really makes it work every day, no matter a pandemic or whatever.
Right.
It was was a tough time, but also an interesting time, and glad to work with everybody, and it from all the meetings there. Well, as city administrator, we brought you here today, so we kind of got to know you a little bit in goals, but you're in. It's your second weekend, so maybe a little premature, but we're hoping to have you here each and every month, like we did with police department, kind of talking about what's happening in the community from your standpoint. But first and foremost, let's just talk about as you move into this role, what are some of the starting things or things you've been working on or going to be working on as you transition?
Yeah, so as you mentioned, Jeremy, my first day was last week, so I've at least successfully made it through 1 week. At least I believe successfully. No one has told me otherwise, and start with week 2 here. So, my main priorities for the first several months really are going to be to kind of look, listen, and feel, if you will, really do some outreach with department heads in particular to talk about things that are going well in the city, what could potentially look for improvement, what they need from me, what I need from them, those sorts of things. Reaching out to council members coming up here to also have those conversations with them, and then doing some outreach into the community as far as being present at business ribbon cuttings, open houses, and those sorts of things. Really trying to get the proverbial lay of the land in this new role. I think my first council meeting will be next week, right as we hit capital budget discussion and deliberation phase. So, there's definitely lots for me to learn in this new position, but that's also what made it attractive to me is that opportunity to learn and continue to grow and develop professionally.
Yeah, I think I think you had a good week, but I only saw you. I only came into your office just to say hey and see what you were wearing. But other than that, no, I think it is going really well, and I think, like you said, your look, listen, and feel is a really good way of saying getting into this. What are some of the things that you'll bring to the table as the city administrator that you've used as the police chief in building these relationships?
Yeah, so I think a commitment to service is one thing that I'll bring. If there's anything I hope that I've demonstrated during my 22 years with the city is that commitment to service and looking to do what's best for our residents as well as our employees, and trying to find the appropriate balance there to make sure that needs are met to the best extent that's feasible. I think that folks will find that I'm a fair individual. I'm willing to listen. I'm respectful and professional. And, couple that with all the other, that commitment to service. And I hope that I offer what the city is looking for, both not only externally from its residents, but also internally from its employees, to have somebody who is, willing to listen, willing to work cooperatively to resolve issues that are affecting internal or external stakeholders, and look to do the best that we can to have the best city government that we can certainly have.
We have a very unique city, and it's something that talking with any economic development or whatever the case may be, the city really well because of your previous role. But for residents who are like, well, who is this guy? Does he really know Fitchburg?
Right.
Does he really know what's going on out there? What would you say to those folks and tying that community piece in?
Yeah, well, that's one of the challenges we have in Fitchburg is how do we tie the community together, because we are served by 3 different school districts. So that in and of itself can be an obstacle at times, because you don't drive down to the high school on a Friday night for a football game or a Sunday afternoon for a play in the auditorium, whatever the case may be. So we're kind of going in different directions, which can be a challenge. So that's where we obviously want to look to have partnerships with those in our community and other organizations. The Chamber of Commerce is a good example where there's a partnership between the Chamber and the city with concerts on the at McKee. An opportunity for us to create those sorts of events where we can do more community building and folks can come and spend time with their neighbors and maybe spend time with others who are also Fitchburg residents but from different neighborhoods. Just again, because you had mentioned we're so diverse socioeconomically, culturally, geographically. There are a whole host of interests, needs, wants, and desires throughout the city by its residents, which, again, while could be viewed as a challenge, can also be viewed as an opportunity, where we have all kinds of diverse opinions and directions that folks would like to go. It provides us with options, is how I would like to look at it, and we always like to wade through those options and again, try to provide the best product that's going to serve our city and its residents, and again, try to create that sense of cohesion and community, And hopefully moving forward, we'll continue to do that through either events or just, continuing through our development, to create neighborhoods and spaces and areas where folks can, at least come together in a neighborhood or smaller neighborhood, groupings, but then also create those situations where, there's more community-wide events. One good example of that too, I'm sorry I'm rambling, is also the Fitchburg Festival of Speed, which was a couple weekends ago. Another opportunity for folks to come out, talk to their neighbors, see what Fitchburg has to offer.
Yeah, no, I'm glad. We want to give you the chance to for people to get to know you here as moving forward. A final question for you, Chad, is people getting in contact with you.
Yeah.
I think it's so important in the open communication, and I think I'll be a strong suit for you here as you come into this position. But for people who do want to get a hold of you, ask questions, get to know you, you know. We want to get you out there, too. You're front and center here.
Yep.
How can we do that?
Yeah, so my direct line at the City Hall is 608-270-4208, and my email address has stayed the same for my previous role with the city, chad.brecklin@fitchburgwi.gov. Both of those are two options to reach out to talk about city operations, ask questions, share feedback, whatever the case may be. Invite me to a certain event, neighborhood meeting or picnic or business open house, whatever the case may be, and I'll see what I can do as I see my calendar rapidly filling up with meetings and other commitments. My honeymoon period, I think, is going to end about the end of this week.
I was going to say, I'm surprised you made it a week without filling it, so not surprised. Yeah, when you see Chad out at an event, come out and say hi to him. Like I said, very open to talking with people, and we're just glad to have you in this role, and appreciate you that you're booked up here with us, which I think is awesome. So
absolutely.
We'll look forward to having you on here. Well, without challenging with you or having any updates, because you're still getting to know everything. Next time you come around, I'm sure we'll follow up on CIP, budget. We're gonna hit them all there.
I'm guessing there'll be no shortage of topics for us to identify to talk about.
That's what we got to do. We help get the word out. So
absolutely,
Chad, thank you so much for the time. Congratulations again. Now it's on to the grind.
Yep. Thank you very much, Jeremy. Enjoy your day.
Oh, you as well. Chad Brecklin, I almost said, don't say that, city administrator, and we'll have him back here each month to get an update on what's going on here from his eyes, if you will, on the city of Fitchburg. Take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be flood next Thursday?
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day. I have no time for this. So. I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
If you love them enough to suck the snot out of their nose at 4 a.m., then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Wrapping up the show for the day. I want to thank Chad Brecklin for stopping in. We'll get a fresh update from him coming up just in a few weeks. And again, thanks to our ballroom dance instructors for sharing that great balance work. Both of these videos, by the way, are online, so you can check those out at our Facebook and YouTube page. And of course, if you're watching Fact TV tonight for the police candidate forum, you can check that out too, police chief candidates, right after the show. And you can find it right here on Fact TV. Andrew, hit it. Denver Blitz. No, he doesn't have it. Have a good day.